Hello YouTube, this is Louisiana Lifestyle Luke Martin coming to you with a new tire review. I haven't really even heard of seeing these tires anywhere else. I bought them the other day when I had an issue with my old ones. So I'm figuring I'd do a review on them. I've reviewed all the tires that I've gotten so far. They're affordable tire. I don't try to get the real high-end expensive tires. You get enough information on those. Just stuff that you're actually going to use. I mean, you're going to spend a ton of money on a tire that's still not going to last over 60,000 miles if you actually use them, you know, on a mud terrain. So these are affordable tires. I believe they were about $1,200 for all four. Which are about what the X-Comps and the Gladiators and the Ironmans cost. Close to the same thing. But it's a mud train. It's a 10-ply 35 1250 R18. So I figured I'd do a quick review. I do a review on them when I get them, and I do a review on them maybe midway through to the end and all the way at the end. But it's in the grass, so I can't show you the height, but they're about 34 inches on the true height, you know. So they're actually a little bit taller than my the Gladiator X-Comps, but they are way narrower. Now, them X-Comps are probably the widest true to size that I've seen. Now these are actually around 11 and a half inches wide. They're 1250, so they're not actually 1250s. But most of them, most tires aren't true to size. As far as the width and stuff, the closest ones that I've gotten was the X-Comps to the width, what they say they are. I think they're pretty attractive looking tire. I mean, it looks like it's going to do well. This is a Landsail CLX-9 Mud Blazer. Landsail brand. It's MT. It's a 10-ply. You know, run on Super Duty. My old ones were 12 plies. They did great. The ones before that were 10 ply. They did good too. I did have some puncture issues with those, but nothing. Never had a blowout or had something that wouldn't handle it, you know. But we'll just go the height 34, width 11 and a half. Now, I've noticed a few things on this tire that I kind of like, because they were on my Ironmans and it did a good job. Now these little things here are do help on the clean out. They help get in there and clean out. And there's some, and the stepping, as you can see right here, as it goes down and wear, actually this gets a little wider, but it does help with clean out, and it does help on your wear as they wear down. Now this is a new thing that I've seen, and you see it on that one right there. That's a spot to help clean out in the center, because these are actually pretty wide spacing, you know, nearly an inch in these spots, which is wider than any other of the mudguards that I've had or seen. The spacing in the center, the more spacing you have, the more grip you have in the mud. So I'm curious to see how these are going to do, because this is a good design. I mean, as far as functionality on off-road, because that center is, of course, the first thing that touches. and then when you get in the rut, that's what these are for. Now the X-Comps, didn't seem like anything better than those, except for maybe boggers on the side lug. They had a lot of side lug. It stuck out a lot. It was real aggressive. So when you get down in a rut, they did the best. But these look like fresh, fresh stuff. These look like they're going to do well. It's got a lot of little things here and there that help with the design, that help with the clean out. It's got the little lines for your rain, which is great. That means they're going to do good in the rain, which the Gladiators did good. My Ironmans did not do that well in the rain, but these look like they do even better. Now it has a cool looking design on the side here. I like the way it looks. It's pretty cool. They don't look like they'd be functional very well or do too much, but they look neat. So on your side profile, it gives it a little bit more aggressive look because the grips on it are, they don't stick out that much. But I'm going from a Gladiator to these, and the Gladiators, man, they pop. But I'm more worried about the functionality of them and the highway. Now when I put these on, I could tell a complete difference between the X-Comps and the Gladiator X-Comps and these Mud Blazers. Much smoother tire. They feel good. They just feel good when you're driving. We're gonna see how they handle on heavy loads, because I do a lot of heavy loads. But it looks like in that center, not a lot of people really care or worry about that center, but that center, that's the first thing that touches. And if you got good spacing in between it, it's going to clean well. That's why you have more spacing on these usually, because that's what you get down in. When you get down into it, that's what cleans out the most and does the most digging. But you'll spin on top of the ground if you don't have good here. But the downfall to spacing in the center is a noise. It gets air in between the grips as you're going down the road, and that's what gives you your humming noise. So the wider the spacing, the louder the noise. But being in the center, it may not be any worse. I can't tell a difference between the X-Comps and these on noise. They sound, I can hear a little bit of a different pitch of the hum. They might be a little quieter, maybe a little softer hum than the other ones. But yeah, we're gonna see how they do. I like the spacing, good spacing in the center. They did some good aesthetics on the side, not functional, but they look neat. They're a cheaper tire, so we're gonna see how they perform. Ain't no point of spending a ton of money on a tire that you're gonna burn through, and with me, probably 8 months. They don't last more than a year for me if I keep doing what I'm doing now. But we're gonna see how they perform. They look pretty. I like the way they look. I try to get a different tire each time, and I go all the way through their lifespan. So most reviews are just when they first get them, or a little bit are from a manufacturer. That's not real world stuff. Real world stuff is you buy them and you run them until they're dead, and that's what I do. So I start off telling you what I think about it, my experience with other ones, and then midway through might give a little update if anything's changed, and then at the end going through all the things and the issues that I had before. So that's my start thoughts on this and these tires, the Landsail CLX-9 Mud Blazers. So if you're looking these tires up or looking for them, that's my thought on them. Not true to size on width, pretty good on the height though. They look pretty good on the height. and I like the way they look, and they ride smooth right now. You know, we'll see how they wear. And that's about it. I'm a small channel, so please like and subscribe. Any comments or any questions, feel free to comment and I will get back to you. I usually always comment on all of them, whoever says something, if they're nice, if they're not mean. I'm a Christian man, this is a good Christian, family-friendly channel. Anybody can watch it. We don't do anything that's questionable. So I'm not going to respond to someone who's just being mean, but I will maybe say a word of encouragement sometimes, or things like that. But I try to get back with everyone regardless, even sometimes if they're mean. But God bless you. I'll catch you on the next one, and please like and subscribe.